Hello everybody, this is Dago Seda bringing you a walkthrough I've promised some people for a long time. And if you didn't believe that I'm playing as Chris on hard mode for this, then I decided I should probably prove that. Right there I still had disc 2 in for my previous run. And as per my usual protocol, I'm going to skip all the cutscenes because this is a walkthrough teaching you how to play the game, not how to watch a cutscene. If you want to see the cutscenes, there's plenty of people who uploaded videos of all the cutscenes in this game. Alright, so the first thing you should know about playing as Chris if you haven't played this game before is basically what they do is if you're Chris, you're kind of screwed because all they give you is a knife. Though, since you have to unlock hard mode, you probably would have beaten the game under 5 hours in one of your runs in normal mode. So what that would do is replace your knife with the samurai edge, which is a pretty good handgun that has infinite ammo and does the sort of 3-shot burst like thing. So it's sort of say it's Barry style or something like that. Probably referring to the way you see him kill a zombie when you're playing as Jill. But that doesn't matter. Alright, so first thing I'm going to say is I'm not going to be saving much. Overall throughout the entire game I'm only going to save about 5 times, and that's mainly because saving does waste time, but I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, oh yeah, I'm super awesome, I'm going to do like a no saves run because I'm cooler than all of you, because that's just kind of a waste of time. I don't have time to sit there for 3 hours and play through this entire game, and honestly, I put off recording the footage for this game for such a long time. I mean, I think I started practicing for this in January. I told someone in a comment that said, yeah, oh, I'm working on a new walkthrough right now, but yeah, during the school year I have little to no time to record anything. Alright, just pointing out that if you're playing on normal, there would be some handgun ammo in there, so feel free to take it if you need it. I mean, I'm not going to use the handgun very much. There's only like a couple of situations where I actually need it. But yeah, alright. That guy right there, he's going to be a problem later. And that guy, he's not too hard to dodge. But the main reason we came here is to get this golden arrow, which we need to go and get a key somewhere. Alright. And a good tactic for dodging this guy is you try to time it so he lunges at you while you're grabbing that, so you're ducking it, which is actually a really good tactic. I'm actually kind of surprised that I got it to work that well the one time I did it. But anyway, alright, so in here, this is completely optional. There's something you can do in here. But what I'm trying to do is just giving the zombie time to try to come towards me so I can have some more space to grab to knock over the statue. And basically what knocking over the statue does is you notice there's a shiny thing in the statue, so when you knock it over it gets you a blue gem. Well, actually you can't really see the shiny thing very well, but you knock over the statue and you get a blue gem, which you can use later to get a pack of shotgun shells, which actually it turned out that during my run later I completely forgot that I knocked over this thing to get the blue gem. And actually no, I thought I already did it, so I forgot about it to pick up the blue gem and grab the shotgun shells, but it doesn't matter. So basically I'm just kind of showing you that that's an option, you can do that. Alright, okay, so basically during the first part of the game, I noticed in a lot of Resident Evils, the first like segment of the game, I suppose, seems to be probably the hardest one. It's probably because you haven't really gotten yourself situated yet. You don't have anything to defend yourself with. So basically you're screwed running around with nothing but a handgun and a knife. Or in this current case, samurai edge and another handgun. But that doesn't matter. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised I dodged that. But whatever. Okay, so it's pretty obvious, but you go into here with using the arrowhead. Alright, so basically the game's kind of reached the point where I can stop explaining stuff for a moment here, and I'll say what's been keeping me from making videos. Well, I mean, I know there's at least 4 or 5 of you out there who care, so I might as well explain myself. It doesn't matter. So, first of all, school was annoying. I had to do a lot of schoolwork, and I had a difficult course load, let's put it that way. So I was constantly doing schoolwork and never had time to record this. Like I'd almost never have 90 free minutes a day just so I can record this, and then it was a pain, let's put it that way. And then on the days I was sick, where I probably could have spent recording this, I kind of felt like crap and didn't want to do anything too complicated. And the other reason, which is probably the main reason, is even the delay from summer, which I probably could have had this finished like halfway into June, but didn't finish till now, is I kind of got busy playing the Toho games. Those are pretty freaking awesome. One of my new favorite game series is... Yeah, so if you haven't heard of them, they're these Japanese bullet hell games with really awesome music and a lot of cool characters. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description to one of the games, but they're pretty awesome. Spelled Touhou. Alright, so what we just did was grab the sword key, and basically one of the classic formulas of these old Resident Evil games is basically restrict your access to areas with keys, and then you revisit areas as you get keys. And there's 4 keys to this mansion in total. And what I'm doing now is I haven't come up the way I describe it as exhausting a key. So essentially what we're doing is we're gonna run through an area and try to use the key in every single place we can. That way we won't have to worry about the key later. And what this game does is when you use up an item completely, it'll ask, there's no more use for this key, would you like to discard it? Which, never say no, because really you don't have any more use for it. All it's going to do is waste space in your inventory. And the one distinct difference between Chris and Jill is that they seem to hate Chris and gave him 6 inventory spots while Jill gets 8. I think it's kinda unfair. Jill gets Barry, who does a lot of things for her, like kills an entire boss, saves you from the first monster, you know. Playing as Jill is a billion times easier than playing as Chris. I don't care how they tried to justify it by saying, oh yeah, Chris has more health, and no, shut up. There's no way you can possibly justify it. Alright, this zombie here is kind of hard to dodge, but it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, Chris has more health, and that's the only advantage he gets over Jill. Because Jill gets Barry doing a bunch of everything hard for her. And at the same time, Chris doesn't get the grenade launcher, which is one of the most useful items in the game. Has acid rounds that can probably take out a hunter in one shot, which is pretty good considering the fact that your shotgun takes them out in 2 or 3. And he also gets, Jill would also get access to the incendiary rounds, which if you're playing on a mode that gives you enough ammo to use them liberally, you can use them to incinerate zombies and not have to deal with trying to burn them yourself. So it's basically the same effect as dealing a critical headshot. And the reason you don't want to not incinerate a zombie is because they come back as Crimson Heads, and they're pretty annoying. When I see one, I'll point it out to you guys. All right, so I'm running out of time here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, whatever. I'll upload a part a day as usual. Okay, see you guys.